What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kid Got Your Ticket. On today's episode, we have a new president. We have a brand new president in Colombia. I was going to say people are loving it and all this, but it's pretty much 50-50. If you think the United States is divided, you know who's really divided? Colombia's divided right now. He won by 1%, just 1%. El Tigre, the tiger. He's the tiger. Wow. They give him a nickname because, they like good nicknames on people. And I don't know if this was his idea or if it was Trump's idea, but he said, you know what? You should wear the Colombian jersey. It's the World Cup, and if you wear it, people are going to like you because people in Colombia like the Colombian team. So if you wear the Colombian jersey, they're going to love you more because you like what they like. And a court tried to say, hey, listen, you can't do that. You can't wear the Colombian jersey. I personally think he shouldn't wear the Colombian jersey. Why? Throughout his presidential campaign. Because it just sends a false message. It's like that subliminal message. Now, maybe you and I won't fall for it, but the majority of people,
oh my God, he likes the same team I like.
Duh, everybody in Colombia likes the Colombian team. It's like everybody in New York likes the Knicks now. Get it? Right? So if you start wearing the Knicks jersey, most likely...
You're like, oh, I like this guy. This guy's freaking awesome. This guy likes the Knicks just like I do. I'm gonna vote for him too.
Now, I wouldn't fall for it. You wouldn't fall for it. But think about it. The majority of the people will fall for it because he has the jersey on. And he wore the jersey. And now it got associated. You remember when wearing red in the United States was associated with Trump? Same thing. Here, now I see the Colombian jersey and I'm like, those guys are probably Aspriella's fans. And they're probably going to vote for him. He won. He's the president. I hope it goes good. I hope it goes great. He is endorsed by Donald Trump. 100%. When I first got to Colombia, actually on June 20th, it was our 5-year anniversary of living in Colombia. I love it here. It's awesome. It's great. I love it. All right. But besides that, when I first got here, I had a Trump shirt that said Trump 2024. I was 100% Trump. I was, gung-ho, MAGA all the way. Matter of fact, when he won, I got goosebumps, right? And I wanted to go back to the States. And then a leftist won here in Colombia, and I was like, shit. I just left the Biden administration. Now I got to come here. And we had Duque, which was a Republican for the right. And now he lost. Now we got this ex-guerrilla military dude up in power. I was ready to get the hell out of here. But then some conservatives told me, listen, Alex, the Colombian constitution is very strong. He's going to be out in 4 years. They only get one term. In the United States, they can possibly stay there for 8 years. That's a long time. Here, you get 4 years, and you gotta get the hell out. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll stay in Colombia. I'll see what happens. Here's what I saw happen. I live here. I live here in Colombia. And I can see with my own eyes what's going on. I can literally see it. Construction everywhere. Buildings are going up. Teslas just got here. There's Teslas all over the place. Now, this might not be a telltale, but I'll let you guys know. When I first got here, I'm like, man, you know what? I don't want to get a nice car because then I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb because this is a third world country. There's G-Wagons going by, BMWs, Audis, luxury vehicles going back and forth. Economy-wise, great. Go to restaurants, packed. Malls, packed. Dining, packed. Streets, packed. Beautiful cars everywhere. Then I find out that this dude Petro, which I was totally against for. He's done some crazy shit that I don't like. Here's some of the things that he has done that I'm like, He paid off the IMF loan, the International Money Fund loan, paid it off. What Colombia owed, paid it off in the last 4 years. And also paid off during COVID, Colombia borrowed billions of dollars to be able to sustain the economy. Paid off. A lot of people say Milei, the guy from Argentina, the president that came out with the chainsaw and all that stuff, said, he's doing great. He got more in debt with the IMF as well. And didn't we give him like $40 billion from your tax dollars, tax dollars from mine, your tax dollars, all of our tax dollars went to him, 80 billion from other countries, but I think the United States sent 20 billion or 40 billion, something like that. Fact check me on that. And with all that money he got a loan from the IMF. Now, here's the pushback on what people say about Petro paying off the IMF.
Yeah, but the loan he got has high interest.
High interest. That's not good, you know? Getting high interest on something, that's not good at all. What do you prefer? Higher interest, which most of you already have if you have a credit card, got high interest rates. How you can make your money, or how you can invest that money that you borrowed through a credit card or whatever it is, and you can pay it off however you want. But with the IMF, you can't. They actually control what you do to benefit the country. So they have like a supervisor of some sort that they come in and they're like, yeah, no, you can't do that now. Yeah, I know it's going to help you, but you owe us this amount of money. So your investments here are not going to be any good. So they control you. So now we are free for that, but you're paying a little bit more interest. But now you can really do what you want to do as a country. Pay that off. So I'm like thinking, well, you know, I thought this guy was like a socialist and he was doing really bad things. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? We have a new president now, Asprilla. And Asprilla came up with some ideas. I'll tell you what I like that he's mentioned. One of the things. He wants to allow the population of Colombia to bear arms. Totally down for that. Bad guys have weapons. Why shouldn't we have weapons to defend ourselves from the bad guys? Right? Let's make it an even playing field. That's my point of view. You may not like it. I like it. I'm conservative like that. I like the right to bear arms. He wants to, it's funny because when I tell people this here in Colombia, the last couple of days since Asprilla won, some guys at the gym, some guys at the store, some friends of mine here, and they're like, I asked them, hey, so what do you think about the election? Like, oh man, it's great. Colombia's great now. We're doing awesome. And I'm like, really? Did you hear that Asprilla wants to dollarize Colombia? Meaning, take away the Colombian peso, which the Colombian peso had the strongest years ever. Like as a currency, it was one of the highest ones that recovered throughout almost any country, and got stronger compared to the dollar. It's not as strong as the dollar because $1, when Petro first took office, it was about 3,700. Then it kind of went up a little bit, right? And they hit like 4,000. Everybody said it's going to go to 5,000. It's going to go to 6,000. And I was like, well, you know what? It's bad for the people, but I'm coming in with dollars, so it's great for me. My dollar will last a lot longer. Now, the peso compared to the dollar is about 4,300 and something. 4,400, 3,000, 4,380 or something like that. That's low. So it went down. Not good for me, good for the economy because there's less inflation. Asprilla wants to go ahead and dollarize it. Dollarize Colombia. Now let's think about this for a second. Right? Let's think logically, right? Logically. He wants to take a currency that's getting stronger, is getting debt-free from the IMF and from COVID loans that they received and all that, and it wants to exchange it for a currency that's in debt. $39 trillion. $39 trillion. Plus, how much is this conflict in Iran costing the American taxpayer? Think it's already at 200 billion, but the Department of War or the Defense or whatever it is had a budget of 1.5 trillion. They had that budget and they asked for another 200 billion. And now, June 23rd, right? This just happened today or yesterday, the last 2 days. They just went to Congress and asked for another $80 billion. Oh, and supposedly, just rumorville, once we leave the Strait of Hormuz and Iran and we leave all that, they want, what is it? I think $500 billion or $300 billion for Iran. Somebody came back to me and told me, well,
it's not the United States who's going to pay. It's going to be its neighboring countries that's going to have to pay for that.
Really? You mean the countries that got attacked by Iran because they had American bases on them? They're the ones that are going to pay for it? What about Israel? Is Israel going to help pay part of that $500 billion? You really think they will? Do you really think they will? Do you really think they're going to go ahead and help pay part of those $500 billion? Most likely, it's going to come through the American taxpayer. But that's a lot of money. So guess what they're going to do, all right? They're going to go ahead and dollarize Colombia now. And with that dollar that gets introduced into the country, what do you think else comes with that? Oh, you said debt? Yeah, debt. Debt's going to come along with that dollar. If it happens, I hope it doesn't happen. But he said he wants it. It's already in Ecuador. How's Ecuador doing, by the way? Is it doing great since they got dollarized? How good is Ecuador doing? Go ahead, look it up. It already took Ecuador. Ecuador is already like a colony of the United States. Venezuela got conquered. We stole their oil. How's Venezuelans doing? How's Venezuela doing right now? After we took out Maduro, are they doing good? Are they doing really good, or are they doing the same? Are they still in the same predicament? They're just stealing the resources, right? Here's another thing I started thinking about. Supposedly, Trump backed Asprilla. I'm like, why? And I'm like, oh, how about this? Think about this for a second, right? Listen, I'm a conspiracy theorist, all right? Conspiracy theorist all the way. Just food for thought, okay? Whatever I tell you, whatever you listen to here, just food for thought. Think about it. If it makes sense, makes sense. If it doesn't make sense to you because you have different beliefs, hey, so be it, right? All right. I'm not part of the military. I'm not part of the government. I'm not part of the Colombian government. I'm not part of the United States government. I'm not part of anything. I'm just a citizen, civilian, just like you, right? Now, data centers are popping up all over the place. These data centers, what do they need? To stay fresh and cool, and so they don't overheat. Water. They need a lot of water. Supposedly, one of these data centers can use more water than a small city. A small city. Guess what Colombia has a lot of? A lot of. One of its primary resources. Oh, you said water? Really? Yeah, it's water. I believe they're coming after our water. They got the oil from Venezuela. Have your oil prices really gone down a lot, or could they be better? They could be better, right? But we got all this oil. Listen to this. This part is funny. This part is funny. This is where my conspiracy. I need a tinfoil hat. I'm still wearing a tinfoil hat here. Check out how they played it. Check. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They freaking played it. All right. The United States and Israel went ahead and they agreed. We're gonna attack Iran. We're gonna go for it. What do you think they're gonna counter back at us with? They might close the Strait of Hormuz, and this is gonna disrupt oil even for you, Israel. What do we do? Well, okay. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna steal the oil from Venezuela, and since they haven't shipped any oil to Israel in like 7 years, we're gonna steal it and we're gonna start sending you oil straight from Venezuela. So whatever happens in the Strait of Hormuz, it won't affect you, Israel. But it's gonna. Have you seen Philippines and Thailand and all that stuff? They're on lines with buckets trying to collect gas because they're running short because of the Strait of Hormuz. Israel, they have had no problems with the oil, so they played that one. So before they went to Iran, they secured the oil of Venezuela. Notice how it worked, right? Like 2 weeks, a month before they invaded Iran or attacked Iran. They never invaded it. They just attacked them. They secured the oil of Venezuela. Remember the oil tanker they got? He goes, yeah, we just took it. Dude, that's a pirate. Dude, if you're stealing ships in the ocean, that's piracy. You're being a pirate. I'm American, but you're stealing the oil. And you flat out say, yeah, we kept it. 2 million barrels, we kept the oil. Did it benefit you? Did it benefit me? Rumor has it in Texas, there's a limit of how much you can tank. I know they have a lot of big trucks over there, but I heard there's a limit. Fact check me on that. Check and see if that's true. Let me know in the comments if that's true. I kind of heard something like that, but I haven't researched it. But I heard that in Texas, so if you're watching from Texas, let me know if they're limiting the amount of gas you can pump at the gas station. Let me know. I don't know this information yet, but let's find out. Do you think it's a smart idea that Colombia becomes dollarized and also inherits the debt? Now remember, it's not just when you get that debt, you don't just inherit it. If you're watching from Colombia, you don't just inherit it. If you're watching from the United States, that's a different story. You're already in debt. And your kids are in debt, and your grandkids are in debt, and everybody's in debt. Here in Colombia, same thing's gonna happen. If we dollarize, you're in debt, your kids are in debt, your grandkids are in debt. Because that's a lot of money. What is it? $39 trillion? Plus the war in Iran? That is a lot of debt. Is dollarizing Colombia a smart idea right now with the currency, with the American currency? I don't think so. Nobody's talking about that. And he's also pro-genocide of Palestine. That right there, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need it. I don't want it. You know what Petro said? Petro said, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube or not. I don't know. But Kanye West came out with a song. Remember, it got banned on all platforms. You can't find it anywhere. Petro said that same thing about HILTER with the thing. Okay, he said it, and everybody got upset with him. He's like, fuck it, I'm leaving presidency already. He went up, he raised his head, boy. Here's my last conspiracy theory that I'll let you guys know, and I'll leave you guys alone, and you guys can go back on to watching YouTube and watching. I like watching construction videos. That's what I like watching. All right, so go back to that right after this. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below, and let me know if what I'm talking is shit, because I do talk a lot of shit. All right, I talk a lot of crap. And I'm honest about it. If you agree with this, let me know. Right? Here's my last conspiracy theorist. I think Israel can no longer, and the United States can no longer afford to keep fighting to help Israel expand its borders. Right? It's in Lebanon right now, southern Lebanon, and all that stuff. Right? And it's taking over Palestine. And I heard through the grapevine that within 10 years they're going to be in war with Egypt and Turkey, and that's part of the Greater Israel project. Right? But I don't think they can afford it anymore, and people are waking up. So here's what I think they're going to cause. I think they're going to cause for Israel to get attacked really bad. And they're going to be like, all right, we need to find a new home. We need to leave. Where can they go? Where have they been caught doing forest fires and taking over land as well? Again, Argentina. That's where they're going to go. I think that's going to be the new Israel. They're going to come down to Argentina, and then guess what they're going to do? The Greater Israel Project again. And they're going to start expanding out. They already got Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela. Colombia's already in there with Asprilla. He's all 100% por la patria, for the country, but not for this country. Probably for, he's a puppet of the United States. Guess what this dude said? This dude doesn't even live in Colombia. And he said that if he lost, he'll go back to the States. Por la patria, for the country. What country? Listen, I'm American. I was born in the States. I was born in Brooklyn, USA. Okay? I'm all for America. That doesn't mean I'm all for the government. I decide. All right? Because they both suck. One sucks and the one sucks gayer. That's my view. That's how I see it. Like it, don't like it. It doesn't matter. My wife is telling me, listen, you got to be careful with what you say. I told her I was going to do this podcast. I'm going to talk about it. I can't hold it in anymore. I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you what I'm thinking about. She goes, are you crazy? They might come and kill you. I'm like, I only have like 100 people watching this thing. Right? There's only like 100 of you guys watching it, and that's not enough. That's not enough to even cause a ripple anywhere. All right? It's only 100 people. Right? Now, if I had like 10 million followers and you guys were all watching, then I'll be scared. I'll be like, damn, that's a lot of influence. Like if I was like a Tucker Carlson, I'd be like, man, that's scary. I'm not a Tucker Carlson. They might just take me out like they took out Charlie Kirk. I don't have that influence. My view, I'm probably gonna get like 25 views, 100 views on this video. That's it. I'm not scared. They don't even care about me. That guy only has only 50 people watching him. He doesn't have that many people watching him, right? So yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'll say it all right now, right? So they're going to come in. They already have that. They're going to start expanding throughout South America. They're going to take over South America. And the Iran of South America, the ones that can actually help us, is Brazil. Iran is defending, what is it? Not Hezbollah. Oh, they probably ought to. But they're defending Lebanon, right? That's part of the deal. If Israel attacks the Lebanon, then the peace deal gets broken. I think it already got broken, right? Because Israel bombed them anyway. They're like, screw your deal. I'm going to go bomb them anyway. That's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on all this stuff that's been happening and is going on with the new president here in Colombia. But tell me what you guys think. Tell me if I'm talking crap or if I'm not talking crap. Tell me if it makes kind of sense. Why would we want to get dollarized over there? And I tell people this all the time too. There's Cepeda dude who lost the presidential election by 1%. 1% only. Very, very close. Like it wasn't even like a landslide victory. And they're supposedly rumor, I don't know, rumor. They found like cars or trucks filled with votes, all for Asprilla. I wasn't there. I didn't see it with my own eyes. Saw something on video, but it could have been any car. Right? I don't know. Unfortunately, because this guy's a leftist, right? Cepeda, the guy who lost. Unfortunately, he was the best guy to stop the imperialism from getting to Colombia, the American imperialism and the Israeli imperialism. Because look at the do me a favor, go search up the vice president of Colombia right now, El Tigre, the Tigers, Tony the Tiger, right? The Tigers vice president. Tell me what he looks like. He's not, but he looks like it. He has like this big nose. All right. So tell me what you think about what he looks like. Oh, and he was in the cabinet with Duque when COVID was happening, and he also drove us up into debt. So he's going to come back in now as vice president at a higher position. And if we get a loan with the IMF again, with International Money Fund, we're controlled again. We're their slave again. Let me know what you think. That's my view. That's my thought. Enjoy. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.